Guys, in 2021, nearly 4 lakh international students were enrolled in higher education in Canada alone, whereas the UK had about 6 lakh international students pursuing different degrees. You will be surprised to hear that India is the second non-European country that has sent the most students to the UK, a total 84,555 students, whereas about 1 lakh, exactly 1,02,688 Indians went to Canada to pursue their higher studies in 2021. FYI, Canada is 40 times larger than the UK. So, the question here is, UK or Canada? This number game has been an ongoing war in our office from at least 1 month, and I have had just enough of it. Let's put an end to this question and see which one wins the throne. Let me start with some points that may be concerning you. And you'll be surprised to know that more than 1,65,000 Indians have acquired Indian visas for UK over the past 3 years. In fact, nearly 1 lakh students were issued visas in March of this year alone. So both UK and Canada have students rushing neck to neck to acquire visas and subsequently citizenships. Usually people prefer Canada for quality of education and easy PR, and mostly because it's culturally similar to India. Whereas UK is preferred for its revolutionary teaching style, shorter courses and rich historical culture. In fact, both UK and Canada are home to top universities. But the main question is, which country should you be choosing for your higher studies? In case you're bickering just like these people, I have a solution for you. Stick till the end, and we will be doing a detailed analysis of which specialization you can pursue in these two countries, what kind of work permits you can get, what kind of course durations there are, and how much you can earn. We'll also be covering what is the cost of living and how much you can earn while working part-time. Hey guys, my name is Shrinath. I'm the CEO and study abroad expert at MentorMe and MIMSA. And in today's video, we'll be having a battle between the two most popular countries that people want to go for. I will be giving points to each of these countries on different bases, and at the end, we will see which country has more points. But before we begin, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to MIMSA to get all the latest study abroad updates. Let's begin. Now the question is, why are students gaga over these two countries? UK is popular for its attractive destination, quality education, and has over 100 public universities, and 11 of them are in fact ranked among the top 100. It is also home to the world's oldest and one of the greatest business schools, that is University of Oxford as well as University of Cambridge. It also has some amazing schools like London Business School, Imperial, Warwick, Cass, and so on. Not only this, UK's fees are low, and UK offers a longer stay-back period. On the other hand, Canada has 90 universities, out of which only a few appear in the world rankings. Some of them are Rotman, IB, UBC, McGill, HEC Montreal, and a few others. Though many are high quality, on the world stage, they are not considered as prestigious as the British universities. So if you look at the number and the quality of universities, UK is definitely winning a point here. So point number 1 goes to UK. So let's look at what these countries are specialized for. If you're a student who wants to pursue a career in consultancy or finance, UK is a better choice because business schools in the UK are directly tied up with top recruiters like KPMG, Deloitte, BCG, Ernst & Young, to name a few. Now, if you're a student who wants to make a career in marketing or the IT sector, then Canada may be a better choice. For example, you can either go on to become a data scientist or a software developer, or maybe become a marketing manager at a company like L'Oreal. You have companies such as Salesforce, Microsoft, Ericsson, SAP, Google coming in recruiting from top schools in Canada. Remember that if you're from a good school, then specific companies from both the countries would love to have you. Hence, applying to a good school is paramount. So this round will be a tie because both universities have great job prospects. It just depends on which cadre of university you apply for. Now let's look at the work permit. No matter what course you have applied for, you will get a 2-year work permit in the UK. This is a law that has been launched just in 2020. Before that, you just had a 3-month visa. But in case of Canada, you will get the work permit depending on the duration of your course. For example, if you applied for a 6-month program in Canada, then you'll get a 6-month work permit. And the same is for a 1-year program, so you'll get a 1-year work permit. But here there's a strong exception. Only and only if you have a 2-year program, then you will get the benefit of a 3-year work permit, which is an extra 1 year. Sounds amazing, isn't it? So here the point goes to UK, because they have a flat-out better work visa policy. Now let's talk about the course duration. UK's course duration is shorter and flexible, which allows you to finish your studies quickly without even sacrificing academic progress. And this makes UK's education system more flexible, allowing students to design their own curriculum based on their interests. 80% of universities in the UK offer 1-year masters, and this includes all the best universities. Whereas only 20% of the universities offer 2 to 3 years of masters, and they can be categorized as Tier 2 or Tier 3. While duration in Canada varies from course to course, as you can get courses ranging from as low as 6 months to an average of 1 year to even 16 months and 2 years, like the PGDM or different kinds of specialized masters. Now here, the point goes to Canada, because you have more options available and you can choose which is the best fit for you. As you've watched this video so far, I'm sure you're planning to study abroad. So if you want to target a top B school, you can go ahead and book a free consulting session right now by clicking on the link below. Experts will help you finalize the school, finalize the degree, and help you choose if Canada or UK is the best fit for you. Let's look at the next point. Where will you get a visa easier? There was a time when getting a visa in Canada was the easiest of all things. But when you look at the current scenario, the visa rejection rate for students in Canada is 60%. Here I'm talking about 2022. But if you look at UK, then the rejection rate is less than 10%. And you'll be amazed to know that nearly 165,000 Indians have acquired student visas for UK just over the past 3 years. And India has surpassed China to become the largest nationalities for which visas have been issued for. So here, the point goes to UK. Here I'll give a quick update on a recent news that has just come through. The current PM Rishi Sunak is about to launch a law where if you're targeting a Tier 3 or Tier 4 university, there's a very tough chance of you getting a work visa. This is to make sure that you're not just going to the UK for the heck of it, right? And are going to a good university which will help you become a productive part of the British economy. So guys, if a consulting company is pitching you Tier 3, Tier 4 schools, thank you to your own research. Coming to the next point, where can you earn more while studying? Part-time. When looking at the part-time job scenario, you will be shocked to know that Canadian government is thinking of removing the 20-hour cap per student in November of this year, again 2022, or by the end of this year. This means that you'll be able to work as much as you want, earn as much as you want, and by the way, you can earn at least a minimum of 10 Canadian dollars hourly. That's roughly about 600 Indian rupees, and that's just for 1 hour. You can easily work for 30 hours balancing your studies. So that's 60 into 30, a decent amount of money for your weekly allowance. But when it comes to UK, then there's still a 20-hour cap. So your income will be limited and you will earn a minimum of £8 per hour. 8 into 100, that's £800 per hour. Pretty decent, but again, you're capped to the 20 hours. This point goes to Canada, since you might have a chance to work more than 20 hours a week. Here I will give you a hack. If you can freelance, nobody will be able to put a cap on that. So that can be an interesting thing if you're going abroad. Try to get some skills which you can freelance, and that can really help you out. Now we move to the cost of living. At last, I will throw some light on what the living expenses are in both the UK and Canada. In UK, average cost per month for accommodation will be around 500 to 700 pounds. For food and groceries, about 100 to 200 pounds. Transportation, roughly 30 to 40 pounds. Household bills will range from 40 to 50, and so on and on. Here, this is barring a few cities like London, which can be a bit more expensive. Now, when we come to Canada, you will have to pay roughly around 600 to 1000 per month for accommodation. The travel costs are about 80 to 110 Canadian dollars, right? And then there's health assurance and a few other entertainment costs related. It also depends on which location you're aiming for. For example, Canada and Toronto, as I mentioned, has top schools, has top universities, but also it is a bit more expensive as it's a central city. But in general, if you compare the average living expenses, then Canada is roughly 9% cheaper than the UK. And 9% does add on if you look at the overall cost. So here the point goes to Canada. Quality education. How will we define quality of education? Well, we will take help from different organizations like QS, Times Higher, USA News, which rank universities on different parameters. So based on the USA News rankings, UK has top quality education and they even follow modern teaching method. If you go and look at a list of schools, you'll find 11 of the UK schools are ranked under the top 100. That's University of Oxford, that is ranked 6 in terms of employability. Cambridge is at 4. Imperial is at 16, LSE is at 25, King's is at 64, Manchester is at 75, and the list goes on. While Canada, on the other hand, also offers great education system and offers a very high quality of education and especially research opportunities. But only 4 schools are ranked in the top 100. You have UBC, which is ranked 36 in terms of employability, McGill is at 29, Toronto is at 11. In Canada, about 1,500 companies and government labs are located in 26 university research and technology parks, and they employ about 65,000 people a year. Here it's a tough match, but the point is taken away by a steal for UK, which has a lot of schools, right? Almost 11 schools versus the 4 which are in the top 100. So time for the final conclusion. Guys, now you all definitely know who the winner is. Any guesses? Anybody keeping tab? By a slight margin, UK takes the crown. But that does not mean that Canada is a bad option. It all depends on what are your preferences. As you can see, it has raked a lot of points and is almost at par with UK on multiple fronts. Always remember, there's no right or wrong answer. It totally depends on what your career goals are, what your budget is, how long do you want to study, where do you see yourself working for the next 4 to 5 years. So focus on that while taking a call. And if you need help, as I said, go ahead and book a free consulting session with us and we'll help make this decision much more easier with hard facts. Now, before we end this video, here's a bonus tip. You have multiple scholarships available both in UK and Canada. I'm going to list a few. You can go ahead and take a screenshot. So if you prepare well, start in advance and have a strong application, you can even get a very good scholarship, up to even 50 to 60% of your tuition fees. Now, if you're still confused about which country would be a better choice for and which one strongly aligns with your career goals, I would strongly suggest you go ahead and book a free 20-minute strategy session. I hope you've already done that, but I'm just still again telling you. You can find the link in the description below. Now that's all for today, guys. If you have any questions, just go ahead and leave them in the comment section below, and our team will make sure we answer each and every one of them. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and do not forget to hit the subscribe button.